healthcare. So going to the vet can be very stressful for these guys. So as much as we can do here on exhibit to get them comfortable, the better. So notice they all got eye drops. Marine mammals tend to have eye problems here in zoos and in the wild. So we give them eye drops to kind of help combat that. And we always do body checks with these guys. Gets them comfortable having somebody touch them. But it also just lets us make sure that nobody's got any cuts, scrapes, or anything from overnight. These guys will also get into position for ultrasounds or blood draws. So you notice right now she's touching on those back flippers. So they'll actually take blood from the back flipper area. So we want to make sure that they're comfortable getting that manipulated and touched, and so it's not a weird feeling for them. So these guys are also trained to breathe on command. Every once in a while we'll take a traffic cone and let them breathe through the traffic cone. And that's just because their whiskers are very, very sensitive, and so if they ever did need to go under anesthesia, they have to put like a cone on their mouth to get them to breathe. Gets them a little bit more comfortable with it. And then because they can hold their breath for long periods of time, we want to make sure that we breathe on command so that they can go under if need be. So as you guys are getting a good look at our California sea lions, I'll talk a little bit about the difference between seals and sea lions. Further up on the trail, we have some harbor seals and some gray seals. Seals and sea lions are in the same pinniped family, but they do have some differences. Sea lions are also known as eared seals, and the reason that is because these guys have visible ear flaps on the sides of their heads. Seals have ears, you just can't see them very well. It's just a hole on the side of their head. They don't really have any flaps. Another big difference has to do with their body shape and their flippers. So you notice these guys have these really long front flippers. They're very strong. They can actually hold their entire body weight up on those front flippers. And then these guys can also rotate their back hip bones underneath them. So it's going to help them move a whole lot better on land. So our seals are nowhere near as mobile on land. They have to move along kind of like an inchworm. And the seals also don't have those long front flippers. So the sea lions are going to be using those front flippers in the water to swim. Our seals, being not as flexible, are using their back flippers in the water. So you can notice how far back they can bend their head. And that's just going to help them in the water do a lot of quick, tight turns and jumping and things. Our seals are a lot less mobile. Another difference has to do with that really unique vocalization that sea lions have. They're known for their very distinctive bark. Our seals, they make more of a variety of noises, different things like grunts or raspberry noises. So we'll talk a little bit about the training that we do here at the National Zoo. We do what we call positive reinforcement training. And what that means is they get a reward for doing a behavior correctly. So if you hear the whistle, that's to signify that an animal or behavior is done correctly, and they will get a reward. The reward for these guys is obviously a variety of fish and squid. If they do a behavior incorrectly, there's no negative consequence. It just gets asked again, or they move on to a different behavior. So these guys are getting 4 different types of fish. They're getting herring, mackerel, capelin, butterfish, and squid. All their fish is sorted and inspected every morning. We go through quite a little bit of fish, and all of that has to be looked at to make sure that it's very good quality. So some of the other behaviors that we work on with these guys have to do more for physical or mental exercise. So you notice these guys are trained to retrieve. And we're going to see a flip here. Okay. So you can see a little bit of how flexible these guys are. And just because I didn't point her out earlier, the little one is Catalina, and that is Callie's baby, and she was born at the end of June. So once that bucket is empty, these guys are a lot less interested in working. So if you guys have any questions, I'll stay up here for a little bit to answer anything for you. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the day here at the zoo.